watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happening now at 6, covering the entire DMV. A food truck fire at the National Mall. The serious injuries suffered midday as onlookers wondered what exactly happened.
And tons of sunshine on your Sunday. As far as tomorrow is concerned, can we see the same type of weather pattern? And what about temperatures? Will we be chilly to start your Monday? That's all coming up.
And a hometown hero, a Fairfax County 19-year-old, now a world champion. His record-breaking performance on the world stage. And Fleet of the Future, Metro's newest cars now connected. How your commute could soon change. And good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 this Sunday evening. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in D.C. Police say that a man riding a bicycle was killed in a crash early this morning. This happened in Northeast. Officials say it happened around 4:35 at the overpass of 295 South and East Capitol Street. On scene, officials say a man was found unconscious, not breathing. He died there. That investigation is still ongoing. In Maryland, Montgomery County firefighters were sent to this fire at a strip mall in Damascus. Officials say it broke out in one of the business's kitchens there on Ridge Road. The fire then spread to the building's roof. No injuries have been reported. Meantime, in D.C., fire and EMS responded to this food truck fire. This is near the Washington Monument around 1:30 this afternoon. That fire extinguished in roughly 15 minutes, we're told. In addition, one person sent to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
He's setting it up. Yes! Quadlets. Have the
Ilya Milinin is a world champion and a world record holder. Put on an incredible display that included 6 quad jumps, his patented quad axel to snag the men's singles crown last night at the World Championships. Our Dave Laval just wrapped up an interview with Ilya to find out more about his record-breaking night, no doubt overcome with emotion. Congrats to him. More coming up at 9 o'clock. Time is 6:02. You know, Scott, if I had a weather forecast as perfect as I would like it, maybe I could do 6 quad jumps as well.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. You might want to work on that, actually.
Okay, I will take that to heart.
You were jumping for joy in the studio today with the weather forecast when I walked in, and tomorrow may be the same. All right, 51 degrees, lots of sunshine out there. We did talk about that yesterday, that today would be a complete reversal of what we had. And as far as the temperatures, well, this part is going to say eerily similar. If you don't like the cold, well, we can see those 40s slide through the 30s overnight tonight. It was a chilly start to wake up this morning, pretty frosty for some, but we'll also have that again for tomorrow morning to start a new work week with temperatures down around freezing in the D.C. And if you know it's a freezing in the D.C. area, outside areas are definitely going to be chillier than that, so 20s and 30s. But here's some good news. We don't have the extreme wind that we had yesterday. Wind gusts now are under 15 miles an hour for pretty much the entire viewing region. So again, that's something else that we talked about yesterday. Those winds were relaxing. They were pretty blustery early on today, but again, the further away the storm system up in Canada gets and the further or the closer the high pressure builds in, the lesser amount of wind we will be seeing here. So the evening forecast for tonight, 8 p.m. clear sky, 9 p.m. also clear sky, and 10 p.m. pretty clear sky here with temperatures into the 40s. That again is the temperatures is going to get cooler than that. Matter of fact, freezing temperatures for some overnight tonight. A dry start to the work week. These are the weather headlines. Midweek showers return and dry and breezy end to the week. We'll show it to you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott, thank you. Turning back to your cherry blossoms, it's the first full weekend of the Cherry Blossom Festival. Yesterday marked the official start to the ceremony after the warmer weather and at the Warner Theater. The ceremony celebrates Japan's gift of the trees back in 1912, highlighting artists with ties to both countries. The music and dances celebrate the long-standing relationship between Japan and the States. The festival has plenty more to offer in the coming weeks, including art festivals, block parties, road races, you name it. Check out our website, dcnewsnow.com, for the latest events. Meantime, earlier today, people celebrating those cherry blossoms at the Blossom Kite Festival at Oxen Run Park in Southeast. Those who went were able to create their own kites, watch professional kite performances, and explore local food vendors. The event was part of the festival's mission to bring the blossoms beyond the tidal basin to DC's 8 wards.
You can see that the community is coming out, enjoying the music, kids of all ages, adults, learning to fly kites. Some people have never flown a kite before, so we're out here getting those kites up in the air. It's a perfect day.
Reminds me of that Mary Poppins song, Let's Go Fly a Kite. That event also featured performances from DC Youth Dancing Organization, the cast of All Stars, as well as from Washington Performing Arts. An update tonight, the final firefighter hurt in last month's home explosion in Sterling is home from the hospital. Sterling volunteer firefighter Brian Diamond spent more than a month in a burn center. The fire department says he still has many challenges ahead, but this is a massive milestone. Diamond was among 11 firefighters hurt while battling those flames in February. Firefighter Trevor Brown died in that explosion. Staying in the Commonwealth, officials have been battling wildfires all week in the Shenandoah Valley out west. Our Haley Milon explains the much needed help coming their way to help battle those blazes.
As wildfires in the Shenandoah Valley burn for a 5th straight day, rainy conditions are helping firefighters out. The fires broke out Wednesday amid windy conditions and low humidity. There's hope in sight, though. The Virginia Department of Forestry says the rain has helped and several fires are still burning. Yesterday, Governor Glenn Youngkin announced that the state is sending more resources, including fuel, food, and additional volunteer firefighters. At least 9 fires greater than 100 acres burned across the valley as of Friday. The Virginia Department of Forestry said crews responded to more than 100 wildfires over the past week. In the studio, Haley Milon, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Haley. The U.S. Supreme Court will take up a case on Tuesday that could impact how women get access to mifepristone. That's one of the 2 pills used in the most common type of abortion in the U.S. The case centers on whether the Food and Drug Administration overlooked serious safety problems when it made the drug easier to obtain, including through mail-order pharmacies. Meantime, medical researchers and the FDA say that the chance of severe problems from the pill is very small. In the district, 11 nonprofits are working to keep kids off the streets, and they're receiving $1.5 million from DC's Attorney General. Part of his youth violence prevention program. One of the nonprofits awarded Horton's Kids. For more than 3 decades, they've supported kids in D.C., prioritizing academic and the arts. Chief Program Officer Shandell Richards says that the grant that they've received will help accomplish that mission.
It really allows us to not only extend some of our programming, but build a youth advisory council where we're going to tap into our youth and teach them how to advocate for themselves.
The D.C. Attorney General's grant program is partnered with the Greater Washington Community Foundation. And the public is getting a first look at Metro's brand new rail cars. It's the first time Metro has arranged for the public to see a sample of its newest trains on the National Mall since 1968. It's been a hot minute, right? The actual rail is believed to be Metro's most advanced train, featuring connected cars. Yeah, they kind of look like the buses now, right? People can move in between and out and make it faster and more simplistic to get on and off. This mock-up is not full size, but it does show parts of each car to give customers an idea of what the train will feel like. The rail cars will have more space to sit, stand, assigned spaces for bicycles, wheelchairs, strollers, or even luggage. Metro's general manager says that the new trains are all about safety and comfort.
If we can spread them out, one, you board a train faster, and then it helps move crowding across. By also doing that, you create a little bit more space.
Metro is also pushing their new battery electric 60-foot buses. The transportation agency says that the buses have 0 tailpipe emissions. They're much quieter and have less vibrations than the current ones. The sample of the new Metro rail cars will be on display until April the 3rd from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.